Hoop Heads North and Hip Hoop Junkies, we have with us none other than Chris Johnson, St. Bonaventure Bonnie, 2 years there, Atlantic 10 conference champion, NCAA tournament in the 2011-2012 season. How's everything going, man?
Things are going good.
Excellent, excellent. Now tell us, I mean, 2 years with an incredible program, NCAA Division I. You had the opportunity to play with Andrew Nicholson, who's gone on to, do some amazing things. And, now we want to see, what the Chris Johnson adventure is going to be like going forward. So just tell us a little bit about your aspirations and, where you want to take your basketball career.
I think everyone has dreams that play basketball, playing basketball professionally.
Absolutely.
At the highest level, which would be the NBA. Until then, I'm just going to keep on working hard. I want to feed my family playing the game.
That's right.
So, overseas would be a great experience. Been over there a couple of times and, just seeing the world, if you can get that opportunity and by doing so and getting paid at the same time, playing against great competition, it's something that I aspire to do, continue to do.
Yeah, let's take it back to North Preston. What made you played for Auburn High School for 1 year, then you went to Toronto to play for Eastern Commerce. What made you make that choice to take your game to that next level when you were in high school?
It was I just had the right people pushing me. I feel like I had a lot of mentors just pushing me to the right direction. So I was down here, not really focusing as hard as I needed to. So when I got away, it just seemed like basketball in a different light, and it was pushing me for the junior national program and, playing against a lot of great players and stuff like that up there. And it just made me want to continue pushing my game to higher levels.
Right. So as a Nova Scotian, who was kind of somebody that kind of inspired you to go to that next level? Like, is there like a local guy or like a relative that helped you get to push you to the next level for basketball?
Just being young, I had a mentor, Kingsley Johnson. He used to always work with me, take me to the field and just push me in different kind of ways and stuff like that. I had guys like Joe Mosier that would always be in the gym with me. Even if I was, later on getting there, he'll stay there his whole night. So when you see that kind of effort from people, you just want to put the same thing back, especially when they're putting it to you. So I just, made the move and wanted to get out.
Very good.
Now, with that said, talking about giving back to the game, how important is it for you to, when you come back home and you see, whether it's relatives or, young players look up to you? I know you have your camp that you do during the holiday season, and, what kind of, what do you really enjoy for getting back from the game and basically getting as much out of the game versus what you put into it?
It's just a great feeling. I just remember being a young kid and playing in my room and just taking names of local guys and writing their names on paper and practicing the moves that they were doing. And, to be in class or you're having a hard time and, you're going through your struggles with the school and basketball, and you open up your Facebook account and you see a young kid telling you that they've been following you ever since Texas and sending you pictures and, coming back home and, kids who want autographs and wanting to take pictures with you.
Right.
And parents and everything. It's just something that just pushes you, And I have a little brother who I want to see, go farther than I went.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just motivation, it's a great feeling.
Now, with that said, you've got all these, people that have kind of looked up to you for the path that you've taken, right? And you want to see people come, from, behind and be able to even push further than you had. Are there any words of advice or anything specific that you tell them when they come to you and say, hey, I really want to be like you, or, I want to be able to go to a Division I school? What kind of things do you really impart and give them as far as wisdom's concerned?
Just something I always used to say when I was younger was push, and it had a metaphoric meaning to it. So a lot of people know it as in terms of pray until something happens, and I'm a godly person, so I definitely stand behind that. But another thing is just push. Like, you're pushing through the barriers. A lot of people are going to put like roadblocks and tell you can't do this or you can't do that. And my whole thing was just put an obstacle in front of me and let me push it down. I just use that mentality, like just pray for it and just push it down. That's why I just continue to tell kids, just push.
Yeah. Now, I mean, to that point, you played 2 years of junior college, and you had to work hard, in the classroom and on the court to get to where you ultimately ended up, at the pinnacle of college basketball in Division I. With knowing that, you had to really push yourself and go to those levels, is there anything, I suppose I should say, that you've taken out of those 2 years at St. Bonaventure that, you know, you'll be able to take to that next level as far as whether it's, you know, just your mentality, the way you've prepared yourself, you know, what kind of things do you think you've gone through to this point you think will help you get to that next level where you want to get?
Being at St. Bonaventure, a lot of professionalism and not in respect, like respectful terms and stuff like that. Like, you got to be professional, like not only on the basketball court, but in terms with seeing people in the grocery store and, you know, classroom, teachers, professors. So I think that just showed me that you have to carry yourself how you want to be seen. So you have to be a professional even when you think no one's around you, because it always lights on you with how you write on Twitter, Facebook. So it's just a lot of things that people see that you don't understand that they're looking so hard at, but you're always under a microscope. And when you want to be a professional, you have to be a professional.
Right. Even when you don't think someone's watching, they're watching. Right.
Let's talk about being a professional, and then you were talking about being like your hard work that you put in. Let's talk about the Canada basketball program. You played with the junior national team back in 2007, playing, I guess, with the most talented players across Canada. How tough was that? Like, who were some of the guys you played against back in 2007?
I got asked to come into the camp by Greg Francis, my prep school coach at the time. So there was a lot of great guys there, like Alex Johnson. He was there, one of the names I remember. Alec, Alwyn Bigby, DeVoe Joseph. So Corey Joseph was there, Tristan. So a lot of the top guys were there, and we always competed and stuff like that. Phase 1 camps and all the different camps.
Yeah, so is that kind of your next goal too, to play for the senior national team? Is that one of your goals going forward, like to be with like Tristan and Andrew and those guys?
Yeah, I think everyone, aside from the NBA, you know, you want to play for your Canada too, to represent your country. So, I mean, if I got an opportunity to represent Canada and have that name across my chest, I'd definitely be.
What do you think? What do you think about Canada basketball where it is now? Like, we see a lot of talented players coming up now. Obviously, one of the biggest names that's going to be coming out soon is going to be Andrew Wiggins. But I mean, there's been tons of guys that have been coming out probably within the last 10 years. What are your opinions on where Canada basketball is right now? It's
like a sigh of relief. I think it's been talented here from forever. I just think that now we got guys in the pipelines that are, you know, allowing the eyes to be being seen and look back. You know, you got guys like Andrew Nicholson, Corey Joseph, Tristan, and it's a long list. Anthony Bennett just got chosen number 1. And before then, you got guys like that people don't know, like, you know, Mark Grant or Mark Hunt, you know, Tyson Beals, and different guys, you know what I'm saying, around the city that people didn't really know about. So to see that is a great thing.
Yeah, definitely.
Now, we're just to piggyback on that point about the way Canada basketball is progressing. We're seeing a lot more Canadians in the NBA and overseas as well, which is, you know, a goal that a lot of people want to be able to get to, being able to, like you say, progress their career, play professionally. Is it the coaching? Is it the talent? Is it the competition? What do you think has led to this huge boom, or at least it seems like it, right? As far as Canadians finally being able to get over that hump and be represented in numbers in the NBA.
I just think that as a young kid, like I talk to my little brother, and he just says that he's able to see it now. So now you can put your dreams into reality. You know, it's like, I just played with this guy. You know, and now he got drafted, or, hey, that's my brother. He's playing on TV, ESPN. So, you know, it's a different type of feel when you can actually see it. It's easier to follow than to make the path, and that's what a lot of kids are being able to do now.
Well, hopefully that path will continue long and wide, and hopefully we'll have more and more and more, you know, Canadians and locals too, you know, from North Preston, East Preston, Cherry Brook, Halifax, Dartmouth, you name it, you know. It's great to see so many grassroots levels of basketball and people giving back. I mean, like we talked about earlier about your basketball camp. Are you finding that a lot of the kids that are coming to your camp have been in basketball for a while, as opposed to, like, you know, just kind of coming out to get to meet you? I'm assuming a lot of the kids that are coming to your camp are like elite players who've been playing for a while.
It's a little bit of both. A lot of them, you know, just start out and their parents are like, yeah, we want him to get a scholarship too. So I'm like, all right, I'm doing my best to work with him. And, you know, you got a lot of kids that, you know, grew up the same type of route I did, and you can, you know, I know this kid from being on the court a lot, so. You get a lot of different.
That's great. That's great.
So, for the guys that don't know you, obviously there's guys in Nova Scotia that know you, but all around the world, they might not know who you are. What is Chris Johnson's game? What's the scouting report on you?
Scouting report on Chris Johnson? All-around player, team guy, can shoot the basketball, likes to make plays for other people, can put it down, strong finisher. I like making highlight plays and stuff like that, and I take a pride on defense, so I don't take kindly to other teams scoring, so I like playing defense.
Yeah. So I want to talk about the St. Bonaventure playing in the tournament. How was that experience as a whole when you played when you were in Tennessee?
Oh man, it was crazy, and I think so many times, like when you, as a kid, you don't understand like what it takes to get there, and like the whole time, like we're gonna get to the tournament, and then when I finally got to the Division I school, it's like we might not get there. So just the whole thing, the build up, like having to win the A-10 conference to actually get to the tournament, it was crazy, and then when you're there playing with that many people and you can't hear yourself talk, like it's a crazy, like you're running on the court and there's ground shaking and you're looking around like, what's the play call? And, it's crazy. You just got to stay focused, but it's an unreal experience.
Safe to say that's the craziest atmosphere you've played a basketball game in?
It is, yeah, definitely.
Unbelievable. Well, to continue on with your St. Bonaventure days, from your first year to your second year, you pretty much doubled everything, statistically, minutes, the whole nine. Was there something that the coaches saw in you that gave you that opportunity, or was it more of the way you handled yourself, like we were talking about before, as far as leadership, and basically the coaches said, you know what, this is a guy that can help lead our team?
Just coming in there, like a lot of people didn't know that I took a year off before I went down to school. So I spent a year here taking care of my family, finishing up some academic things. So I basically took a whole year off from playing basketball. So when I got down there, people don't understand like the conditioning aspect and the pounding your body takes to get in shape.
Right.
So it was tough for me to get caught up with everyone physically, but then mentally having to know like 82 plays and stuff like that, it was tough, and it was something that you got thrown back into right away. So it took me like Coach said, it took me like 3/3 of the season to get my legs under me to get acclimated. That's why I made it contribute afterwards. But the next season, he just told me I'm conditioning. I just seen it myself, like, if I'm in shape, I can play.
Yeah.
And I just made an effort to get up at 5 a.m. every day to do an hour on a cardio bike, and then do an hour of shooting, and then get my weights in. I just made that something that I did every day, and I just continue to do it now because I seen that it helps my body and helps my game.
Certainly not a cliche. Hard work truly pays off, and definitely by the sounds of that. Just talking to the people who, like we talked about earlier, who may not know about you, what are some things as far as, from a personal perspective, as far as, leadership, interest that you could bring to any team on any level as far as, taking your game to the next level to play professionally? What are some attributes about yourself that you want people to know about?
I think you have to be a follower before you lead. So, if someone's setting the right example, I have no problem following that. Definitely want to be someone that the coach can, have trust in, like a coach on the floor type of thing.
Sure.
Or just a soldier for him, like whatever direction he's given. I'm just someone that off the court you can look at, because I'm not someone that's into like the off court stuff with the party and stuff like that.
Right.
I want to spend my hours on the gym, or doing what I need to get better. So that type of thing. I'm a leader. I want to win. I despise losing. So
sure. I don't think any team's going to want to hear that. To win, and someone who's focused like that, that's more than anyone could ask for. That's it right there. Yeah. Well, for Hoop Heads North and Hip Hoop Junkies, we're definitely happy to have Chris Johnson here, and we wish you nothing but the best in your future endeavors.
Thank you, man.
All right. No problem. Thank you. Thank you.